In this video, we're gonna explore the history behind one of the most iconic landmarks in Los Angeles, Angel's Flight. Angel's Flight opened in 1901, although back then it was actually called the Los Angeles Incline Railway. It only got its original name 11 years later, when it was bought by another company. The name, they actually got it from the archway that had Angel's Flight written on it. It existed before it officially got its name. Initially, the funicular wasn't really planned as some kind of a tourist attraction. It was primarily used as a way for the residents of the Bunker Hill neighborhood to get to downtown LA quickly, from Hill Street to Olive Street. By the way, it only cost 1 cent. Good old times. Today the ride costs $1. The funicular pretty quickly got very popular, with over 100 million people using it in its first 50 years of operation. That's a lot for a funicular, I think. Partially, this popularity can be attributed to the fact that it was featured in a number of movies from 1913 up until 1969, when the funicular was closed because of the redevelopment of the neighborhood. By the way, this redevelopment was kinda controversial. Basically, the city destroyed a bunch of historic Victorian mansions, evicted thousands of people, but I think that's the topic for another video. So yeah, on May 18, 1969, Angel's Flight was closed. Thankfully, they saved the cars, as well as other original elements of the funicular. So when it opened in 1996, the same original cars were used. What was new though was the drive system. And that's where the story gets a bit sad, dark, I don't know. But basically, they designed the system so poorly that it led to a pretty bad accident in 2001. The car that was going uphill instead rolled downhill uncontrollably, colliding with another car, killing 1 person and injuring 8 others. The investigation revealed that the main cause of the accident was poor design and maintenance. Basically, the original design used only 1 single cable for 2 cars, so they counterbalance each other. But in this new design, they used 2 cables, 1 for each car. Also, the new design lacked a safety cable. On top of that, the emergency brake had not been working for over a year prior to the accident, so Angel's Flight was closed. They redesigned the drive system, added some safety features, repaired the cars, and reopened the funicular in 2010. But not for long, because in 2011 they had to close it again for about a month, because the wheels, which were 15 years old, were too worn out and had to be replaced. In 2013, it was closed again. Gosh, I've lost count of the how many times it's been shut down. This time, it was because one of the cars derailed, with a couple of passengers on board. Thankfully, no injuries this time, but yeah, they still had to close it for further safety improvements. It was briefly opened for literally a day in 2016 for the filming of the movie La La Land, where it was featured in one of the scenes. And in 2017, it was fully open to the public, hopefully this time for a longer period. I mean, Angel's Flight is very iconic, and I really hope it will keep running for at least another century.